All right, there you go, guys. One of the best ways to catch these fish in the summertime is fishing offshore, and of course you need to know how to use your electronics. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of scanning, guys. Let me show you how I find these fish out here. Hopefully this will help you out. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, out here scanning some deep water. Look at all those bait fish. You see I'm about 40 feet of water, getting a little shallow because I'm going up this hump. There go the bait fish, and as I guessed, right behind that you would start seeing a bunch of fish. Those are going to be striper, bass, just basically the predator fish that you want to target. So pretty much all we're doing today, guys, is just doing some scanning. So if this is the type of thing you want, this is the type of thing you like, this is the video that you need to pay attention to. All right, so here we go. We're coming up on another group of fish right here, guys. This is how they look on the sonar, and that's how it looks on the down scan. Once you get that dialed in, I'll show you the settings. There's some more bait fish. Those are a little closer to the bottom, and if you look, you can see the shadow right there from all of those bait fish. So when you're out here, guys, that's pretty much all that you're looking for. Now, once you find those fish, being able to determine what they'll bite and how to catch them is a different story. So, like I said, we're just having some fun out here. We're out here in 67, 70 feet of water, so we're getting a little deep. I am going to turn around and go back over this area again. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and head back over there. But sometimes, guys, as you know, you just want to get out here and just get used to using your electronics. Just spend a lot of time out on the water with your electronics, so the days that you do have time to get on the water and fish, you can have a very productive day. So I'm out here midday. As you see, the sun is shining bright. There is not a lot of boat traffic out here right now. As you can see, pretty much have the water to myself. There's a few boats out here moving around, but the focus of today is to fish, well, actually to scan, locate some deep brush piles, just fish. I'll probably go and scan shallow because I know a lot of you guys like to fish shallow, so I'll show you how whenever I'm fishing shallow, how I scan those areas. But take a look at this right here. So this is the detail that you get on down scan. On sonar, for me, that is something that will catch my attention a lot faster. So there's things that will show up on that sonar that you may not notice. Oh, check that out right there, guys. That is a bunch of bait fish, and that is on side scan. I have that shooting about 80 feet out. So all I'm going to do is loop right back around and drive right on top of that, so that way you guys can see how it looks on their down scan and sonar. So you just saw how it looked on the side scan. Now let's loop back around. I'll drive right on top of it for you guys so you can see exactly how that looks. And just look at that water depth, guys. So we're scanning and seeing these fish all the way out to, what was that, about 40 feet, 30 feet to 50 feet in some areas. And like I said, this will let you determine how to find those fish. But as far as catching them, that's something you got to get out here, put in work, determine what type of bait you need to use, things like that. All right, so there's another nice looking brush pile. You can kind of see it on side scan a little bit. It's a little dim right there. Let me loop back around again, guys. But this is just to give you guys an idea of how I spend my time and what I would suggest some of you guys spending your time out here doing on the lake also, so that you can get very, very familiar with being able to use your electronics. And in just a second, I'll go through here and show you guys some of the settings that I currently have it set on. But I just want to go back over this area that I saw again real quick and just see how that looks on sonar and down scan. All right, so we're about 40 feet, 39 feet. So we're going up this hump again. It's kind of getting a little shallow, but it's still going to be pretty deep out here. All right, now take a look at that, guys. Now you can see your sonar down scan and side scan. Now that right there has some fish right on top of that. So like I said today, guys, for today, this video is gonna be pretty much scanning, but I will be back. I'm gonna spin around, see if I can catch something on that real quick, see how that works out. But I will be back, guys. There we go. And I'll show you the setting once I get back over here. All right, so I was not able to catch anything from that, but guys, take a look at all of those fish. We are sitting out here in 33 feet of water. And once again, this is side imaging up here, sonar, and down imaging. Look at all of those fish, guys. Now, that is lovely. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spin around, drive over this one more time, and then head out and scan another area, guys. So this for me is just as fun as being out here fishing sometimes, guys. So I like coming out here, just seeing what I can see and using my electronics, all a part of the game for me. So it is always fun either way, guys. So just make sure you get out here and put in the time so you can get used to using your electronics. Might scan 1 or 2 more areas offshore, and then for you guys that like scanning closer in towards the bank, we'll go ahead and take a look at that too. All right, let's get to it. Check that out right there. A lot of times whenever you find fish like that, they may be a little more active and easier to catch. So if you look on your down imaging, you can see the dots right above it, and on the sonar you will see them as like kind of arches. All right, let's go ahead and head out to the next spot. All right, still out here doing some scanning for you guys, sitting in about 33 feet of water. Came across another spot. Look at that right there, nice brush pile. You can count these fish in there, guys. Let me zoom in on that for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see them on this side, so they're in and outside of that brush pile. You saw it right there on side scan, and have this other one over here on sonar and down scan also, just to give you guys another view. But whenever I'm out here scanning, this is pretty much what my setup will be. Sometimes, well, obviously sometimes I put this one on mapping over here and just focus on my side imaging, sonar, and down scan on that side. Let's go ahead and flip to another screen over here. Let's see. All right, so check it out, guys. That is the full down imaging screen. So when you zoom in, like I was showing you just a second ago, you can see all the fish out here. There's some more fish in here, so you can see those dots in there. They show up pretty good. I mean, I have a few smudges on here from me touching the screen and stuff like that, guys, but hopefully it's good enough for you to be able to focus on the main point of what I'm trying to show you. So out here on this lake, check that out. We're over 100 feet deep out here, guys. So there's a lot of different things you can do out here, but what you want to do is just head to the, sometimes you want to go offshore, do some scanning out there, go inshore right off of the bank, do some scanning, maybe about 20 to 30 yards off of the bank sometimes, guys. So you never know what you'll find out here. It's always interesting to get out here, just do a lot of searching and just get used to your units. Check that out. That's a bait ball right there. Sometimes out here we're sitting in 66, 65 feet of water right now. So sometimes you will find bait balls out in this deep. The water will be this deep, like over 60 feet. You'll find these bait balls out here, and you'll find those bass just following right below those fish. Sometimes they'll be right above those fish. So if you have a swim bait, something you can throw out there, let it sink down pretty quick so that you can keep up with those fish. And if you have live imaging, guys, you know the benefits of that. You can track those bait balls when they're moving away from the boat, coming towards the boat, going to the left or right. So that is another good benefit of having that the live imaging technology on here. All right, but let me head to another spot, do a little bit more scanning, guys. Might catch 1 or 2 more fish and head in for the day. It's getting kind of hot out here, guys. See that water temp sitting at about what is that, 86 degrees, almost 87 degrees out here, guys. All right, let's keep on moving. All right, let's get to it. Pulling up on this cove, and basically all I'm going to do, guys, is just pull in here, scan this with my side imaging, sonar, and my down scan. I have this one set on mapping right now, but on this screen, and as far as the mapping goes, if you guys have been following my channel, you know that I have already put out tutorials showing you guys how to set up your shading on your Lake Master chip which is very important as far as being able to fish and target the water depths that you want. So let's zoom in on this a little bit. So we're coming in on this side. It's not really a well-defined point, but these areas are always productive. So I always want to make sure I scan those type of areas as I head into this cove. I have my side scan on. So as you can see, you can actually see some rocks over there. There's a laydown right here. So who knows what we will find as we get into this cove. All right, so there we go. So we can see those rocks. You can see a few fish right here as we're heading into this cove. Coming up on this laydown right here. And let's just take a look. Let's zoom in a little bit more. And just to show you guys, I have my shortcut set on my mapping. The next shortcut on this one is going to be my sonar and my down scan. And I have side scan over here also. All right, so there we go. This is what we're heading into this cove. You can see some rocks over there. Let's go ahead and put this one back on the mapping. All right, so there we go. We can see on the side imaging, there's the bank right there. We haven't really ran over anything as far as any type of brush piles or structure yet. All right, there's some bait fish. And let's go ahead and lower the, we have it set on 48 feet, so let's lower that range since we're gonna be going kind of shallow. Let's just put it on, say, about 20, let's do 30 feet, guys. Get this on 30 feet, hit exit out of there. All right, so you can see that well-defined point right there. And we're just gonna go ahead and just scan a few of these docks. And again, this shows you guys how part of the process that I go through. Hopefully this will help you guys out. So we're in 42 feet of water, so that is a deep dock right there. If you have some type of live imaging or something, you can actually scan under these docks. These deep docks like this in the summertime will be some high percentage areas. All right, so let's go ahead and slow down a little bit just so we can kind of get a better look. There's that dock right there. And like I was saying, if you take the time, you can actually dial that in to where you can see any type of cover structure. Sometimes you can see fish on that side imaging as you're going across these docks. All right, and we're right next to another dock right here, and you can see that there was some laydowns and some good structure and cover under there for those fish. Just gonna ease on back here, turn around and head back out of this area. Again, all I really wanted to do was just get back here and scan this. So you can see we're getting kind of shallow now. We're on it at about 11 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and spin around. All right, there's a small brush pile right there. Not really see too much in here. All right, let me get back out of here and then I'll go ahead and show you guys what the settings that I have my side imaging, my sonar, and my down scan currently set on. All right, so let's just go straight to my side imaging. Okay, this is my sonar and down scan. So let's just hit the menu button. And right now it is on the down scan side. So these are the settings that I have for my down scan. For as far as my sensitivity, contrast, and the sharpness. And let's hit the menu button and go to from the right to the left. That right there is just the backwash or whatever you want to call it from me turning around from the motor. All right, let's hit the menu button, and these are my settings for my sonar. Sensitivity, contrast, you see the range and things like that. All right, let's exit out of here. So this was kind of a deep cove, so I'm pretty sure this can be a very productive area if you get in here and take the time to scan it. You can see there's some fish real deep down here. There's how they look on the down scan. So those I would guess, since I'm seeing the size of those fish, those have to be some type of striper or something like that, because those would be some very huge bass, if that is what that is. All right, so let's go back to my side scan. Mapping this area right here. These are basically a sharp transition, so that is a ledge right there, guys. So if you're looking for ledges, you can kind of mark areas like that. Take a look at places like that if you think that'll be a good productive area for you. But again, this is just part of the process, coming out here doing a little bit of fishing. And check that out right there, guys. Let's see if I can get to my side imaging. Go there, it goes right there. So check that out, guys. I don't know if you can really see it all that well. Let's change the contrast on there. There we go. So you can kind of see it a little bit better. Looks like some type of, could be a part of a dock or something like that in the water. But just wanted to show you guys that. Hope that quick tutorial showing you how I set up my side scan, down scan, and sonar, and my mapping for just some scanning before I catch my fish and things like that. But all right, guys, really appreciate you supporting the channel. I will see you on the next video.